What's up guys, welcome back to a new Record of Ragnarok chapter review. Today we have chapter 40. Take note that 2 chapters were released this month, but only chapter 40 has been translated, so expect the chapter 41 review in a couple days whenever the translated version of that comes out. And also take note that the fight does end on chapter 41. I'm not going to spoil anything in today's review, as this review is just 100% the fight between Shiva and Raiden building up to the climax, which is chapter 41. But yep, on to the review. Help me reach my 2021 goal of 100k subscribers by subscribing if you're new to the channel or you just haven't already. It's free and easy to do. Also consider checking out the description for the Discord server and my Twitter. Now enjoy the video. We start off by seeing Ares' shocked reaction. As always, I'm starting to get the sense that Ares is one of the weakest gods because he's kind of shocked and underestimating other gods and the humans quite a bit, especially considering he actually battled a once human himself, which was Hercules, and how he almost lost against a human form Hercules without any volume or godly elements with him. So Ares kind of trashy, but we see the aftermath of Raiden's punch with Shiva being able to block it, but at the cost of losing 2 of his arms. So now he only has 1 good arm remaining to use while fighting, and many people assume that Shiva has been demolished from this attack. It wasn't a punch, sorry, it was a palm strike, sumo palm strike of course it is. We have the other sumo boys getting hyped up saying Raiden won, they're all excited and everything. We cut to the main 2 Valkyries, Brunhilde. We did it sister, that's girl, we're talking to Brunhilde. But as they're talking about that, as they're expecting Raiden to win, Shiva rises up from the ground and is ready to fight. So he only has 1 arm that's good to use, but he's still ready to going. We got the other Indian god screaming out his name, Lord Shiva. We got his wives, his daughter, everyone just ready to back up Shiva from his side. We got Ares still shocked. What was that move? It blew Shiva's arms clean off. And then we get some insight from the old man Chad Zeus. If Shiva hadn't put his guard up, it would have smashed his head to bits for sure. So that punch from Raiden is nothing to scoff at. Anyhow, the heel of that human's palm sent such a powerful shockwave that even the sound was held back. That's just absolutely insane. Ares still shocked as always. A human can do that, questioning whether a human can do that. We got Hermes saying that it's true that Shiva wouldn't die from that attack, but nonetheless it seems to have taken some considerable damage. And considerable damage, I think that's a little bit of an understatement. And Raiden, that attack is probably one of the most powerful attacks we've seen throughout the whole Ragnarok tournament, in my opinion. That's just a single blow from an injured Raiden as well. Maybe if he used that blow at the start, it would have possibly taken all of Shiva's arms up, which is absolutely insane to think about. We got some Shiva in a monologue. He's saying, shit, I can barely even stand. So that blow did do a large amount of damage to Shiva. And then out of nowhere, Raiden starts getting destroyed, blood going everywhere. It seems that from within he's getting attacked. He's coughing up blood. We got the Valkyries asking what wrong, and then Brunhilde mentioned recoil. Moving his muscles at that speed places at a normal level of strain on Raiden's system. His body can't handle it and it's starting to break down. So that super powerful palm strike from Raiden is a double-edged sword, so that's pretty dangerous. I'm doubting he'll be able to use that technique again. We get a sumo wrestlers, his boys freking out, going, what's happening? How can our sumo gods pretty much muscles be giving out? How can he be losing like this? Everyone in shock. We got the Valkyrie from within him, talking to him. And we have Raiden saying he's not going to give up. He's going to give everything he has now. I want to risk my body. No, the whole life is on this, or my whole life is being betted on this fight. Absolutely insane. We got a big grin from Raiden again. We got the Valkyrie, breaking down, saying you are really a dummy, but that's why you're the man I fell in love with. And she's giving everything she has to Raiden as well, so he can, do the final clash and defeat Shiva here. As Shiva and Raiden are preparing to fight again, Shiva cuts to see the other Indian gods that he defeated, and then at the front he sees his friend Rudra with his sister. As we know, since they both conquered the Indian mountain, I forgot the exact name of it, he hasn't seen Rudra since then. I'm guessing it's been like hundreds of years, so he's seen him again. Shiva starts crying, saying he showed up and he's ready to fight. They're both looking at each other. They believed in someone as stupid and lazy as me for all 1,116 of them. That's how many gods or Indian Gods era, I can't lose here. So Raiden may have, you know, all the sumo wrestlers, may have the Valkyries on his side, but Shiva has all these Indian gods on his side. And he talks about how I'm the peak of Savaga, which is the peak of the Indian mountain that he conquered with Rudra and everything regarding that. And then out of nowhere, Shiva says the following: how about I push this past the limit? He pretty much gets his one hand and pushes himself on his chest and starts touching his heart, I assume. He wonders what's going to happen now. I'm assuming he's never actually done this before, and you get to see Shiva actually transforming somewhat. And it's how he's directly stimulating his soul and forcing his heart to beat faster, and with him actually turning red due to this. It's, in my opinion, similar to how the advance works in Kanginasha with Oma's advance, heart beating, you know, fast, that's why he turns red, and similar to how Luffy's gear second works, I believe, in One Piece, with him pumping his heart faster and, you know, getting, you know, turning red as well. So yeah, that's the similar thing that's happening here. They talk about the legend of Shiva. When the time is fulfilled, Lord Shiva will dance and bring upon the destruction of the world. However, there is more to that legend. We got the referee and other people saying it's hot, it's burning up. This technique or transformation that Shiva is using here is also a double-edged sword. Shiva will burn his whole body and recreate the world from its ashes. So this is called Tanvara Karma, which is just a transformation or something relating to Hinduism and, you know, Shiva's law and everything regarding that. But yeah, this is Shiva's ultimate transformation, and of course it's a double-edged sword, so I'm guessing he's sacrificing his lifespan with using this, and, you know, he looks very badass in my opinion. They both prepare for the final clash. History's strongest sumo wrestler against the Savaga's mightiest destroyer, Raiden vs Shiva. Raiden and Shiva seem very much alike. This is Brynhilde saying those two, in a strange coincidence, the man and god who had once stood at the peak of their you know, specific societies, Shiva as the peak Indian god, and then Raiden as a peak sumo wrestler or a peak human at his time when he was alive. And then we get what is, my opinion, one of the best panels we've ever seen throughout Ragnarok so far. We got, you know, Raiden charging Shiva saying, I'll fight for the weak, for sumo, for his hometown. We got Shiva saying, I'll for his comrades, for the, you know, Savaga, the Indian gods, for his best friends, and, you know, I will win, and they clash. And then the final part of the panel is Brynhilde. The more one is burdened by others' emotions, the stronger he becomes. So these two are pretty much two sides of the same coin, which is extremely interesting. But yeah, that's the end of the chapter with their final clash about to hit, and we're going to see what's going to happen at chapter 41. As I mentioned at the start of the video, chapter 41 is the final of the fight, with, you know, a winner getting directly shown. Sadly, we don't get the reveal of who's fighting next based on the Raw. Maybe we will in the translation. Hopefully we do. But yep, that's it for chapter 40. Absolute hype. If you have read the rules, don't spoil, or if you're going to talk about spoilers for chapter 41, make sure, you know, mark it or, you know, type spoiler at the start, so people who haven't read the rules or got spoiled already won't, you know, get it ruined for them. But yep, that's it for today's chapter review. Let me know your thoughts of the chapter down below. And yep, that's it, guys. Peace.